What do you understand mental health, maybe?
I think by the word mental health, I understand it's the state on how I feel, I act, and think.
It's the state of your mind. How can we communicate effectively about health concerns within our relationship?
Talking to your partner about how you feel about them. Yeah.
So if I ever go tell my parents, or if anyone of my age tells their parents, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling anxious, they'll ever tell you, "Nijo kuva sweater jana."
So what are some of the mental issues that are
causing are affecting our relationship?
You have to have boundaries, and according to me, you have to be flexible.
Kuna wasichana, before you date them, you must tell them how much you're making and how much you'll be giving them from what you're making. The day she finds someone who's making more, adios to the next. I'm not saying it's only one gender, but it's two. And that's why a relationship is partnership. What's up, guys? Manze, we are at our wellness podcast, and today we're gonna have an amazing conversation about mental health and relationship. We're in the mood of what is it called? Valentine's is coming. Hey, Valentine's is coming. Where's your boyfriend? Lonely. So today we're going to talk about mental health and how it deals with our relationship. I would like for my panel. Ni panel, mnajita panel? Panelists. I'm going to start by myself. My name is Daphne, but mnazanita Dafu. You know what it is. Yes, Mindio, I am the host, the best. Mkinitaka pia mnazanita kidogo lakini yes, my name is Daphne, and on to my right, left. Who has that problem? Right and left. But on to my left, introduce as we go down. Hi guys, my name is Lashara Kabando. Glad to be here.
Hey, what's up, people? Go by the name Kilimani Wasnika. I ringed the walk into some shikak in an instant.
Hey guys,
My name is Jeff.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Mary and I'm happy to be here.
Yes, guys. An amazing panel for today. So let's get into it. First of all, before Niantina, our various topics, muna understanding about mental health. For me, mental health ni sijui wacha mimi ndo nikuwe mtu wa mwisho, si ndio? What do you understand mental health, Mary?
I think by the word mental health, I understand it's the state on how I feel, I act, and think. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I give mental health a priority, everything else works out well.
Wow, bomba. But Kilimani, tell me, ama nikilelesha, unajua aliniambia jina yake nikasema, good stuff. What do you think mental health is?
Okay, according to me, what I think about mental health is like how you react to your daily activities and how you think, like everything, your own perspective and on the way you think and the way you understand everything on your own perspective, you understand?
Okay. Gideon, my name is Jeff.
I don't know if I'll give the right definition of my understanding of mental health, but I think mental health is the ability to know that you are sane. Amazing stories are jaba. But I'm also here to learn and hear from these guys. Yeah.
Nashara, anajitanga wakili. Wakili, tueleze, what is mental health? It's the state of your mind. Short and sweet. State of your mind. Guys, kama state of your mind is not okay, basi mental health yako kidogo. Anyways, niko na swali hapa nilionanga. Msee akaniuliza ati sijui nini relationship and mental health. So my first question would be, how can we communicate effectively about health concerns within our relationship? Gideon. I repeat the question. Kidogo pia. Okay, the question is, how can we communicate effectively
about our mental health concerns with our relationship?
I feel like not everyone is there. Not everybody understands mental health as it is. But I feel like talking to your partner about how you feel about them. Yeah.
Mary, what do you think?
Okay, I think on my side, maybe what I can say is, maybe from the point Gideon has given, is that many people tend to listen to people with the aim of speaking back on their point of view. But when it comes to mental health, please listen with understanding. Not everyone wants to hear maybe your view of points, but sometimes just listening gives them a space to lay out their issues. Yeah, that's my thoughts.
Hey, when you Gen Z or millennial ama baby boomer?
I'm a Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z siku hizi wanaweza ongea useme we are sorry. Bashara, what do you think?
To communicate effectively, the person you're talking to needs to understand what you're telling them. So you can't be communicating something without already asking yourself if the person that you're talking to about the issues that you're going through has an understanding. So for example, I think maybe relationships, the first thing that comes to our head is romantic relationships. But that aside, think of your relationship with your parents. More often than not, you'll find that the older parents don't really understand what mental health is. Only now is when they're getting the gist of it. So if I ever go tell my parents, or if anyone of my age tells their parents, I'm feeling depressed, I'm feeling sad, I'm feeling anxious, they'll either tell you, nijua kuva sweater jana. Or something, yeah, or something like that. Yeah, so I think in as much as we want them to be understanding and we feel like they're responsible for understanding that part of our lives because they brought us into this world, we never asked to be born, neither did they. I think we also need to have the knowledge and understanding that a good number of them are not aware about what mental health is, or if you're depressed, it's either you're doing drugs or something like that. I mean, at least for some of them. So I think we need to probably take time and also educate our parents, or I don't know, find a way to get them educated about mental health. That way they can be supportive to us. It doesn't sound like the best idea, but to be very honest, there's really no other way to go about it.
That brings me to a question. What are the mental issues that we are talking about? You said mzazi akiona unafanya drugs, sasa nakupeleka wapi? Rehab. Unataka kwenda riba? Hapana. Na maybe it's not drugs. So what are some of the mental issues that are causing are affecting our relationship? Unajua kama bipolar, traumas and stuff like that, so that we also understand the issues that. Because for us to also understand this question and answer this question is you have to understand your person's mental issue. I mean, I'm talking about the romantic part, or your mother's mental issue, or your brother's mental issue. If I see that my partner is bipolar, how do I deal with that? Yeah? Kilmani, how can you address that question in terms of what are the mental issues that we go through? Yeah.
Okay. According to my own perspective, the current challenges that we as youth face outside here, because in a relationship, we find there is no better understanding to each other, and I think for that you have to choose the right time and the right place and seek for the professionals to understand maybe counselors and everything. Yeah.
That's true. That's good. It's actually very good because kuna generation, hata nisongelesha about generation, but a lot of people don't believe in therapy. They just think of, I'm just going to talk to someone and then what? But therapy does help, and I'll come back to that. Mary, what are the mental issues that we are facing in our relationships?
Okay, I think on my side, maybe what I can talk about mostly is the anxiety part. Most of us, we are expected to be at a certain level, and we all know that anxiety is when you have fear for the future. So you find that maybe there are some things which have been set ahead of you, and you have to accomplish them, but you find that maybe on your own you cannot be able to do it. So me, I think anxiety is killing most of our people. The depression part, yes, it's there, but mostly depression is something which has already passed, and maybe it's coming to eat you up, and you can be able to control that. But when it comes to anxiety, you don't know about the future, you're fearing what will come. Will you meet the targets that you've been given to meet, maybe in our relationships with our parents, with our partners, and all of that? So I think anxiety is a main issue in our relationship nowadays.
Hapo kwa anxiety kidogo ni kama ameguza moyo kidogo, si ndio? I think a lot of us go through anxiety. I personally, anxiety kidogo, hajani text, mwana hajani text, na maybe ako busy, maybe ameshikana, maybe simu ilizima, alafu akikam home unamuuliza mbona hujani text, what is like, yo, relax. And it also causes a lot of relationship, to be honest. And I think that brings about my next question would be, what are some of the strategies what are some of the strategies for supporting a partner who's struggling with those mental issues? Yes. Tuanze na Gideon pale.
Some of the strategies to use. Okay, let me start from here first, because there was a chain of thought that was before we got into that question. I just realized that most young people, millennials and Gen Zs. Millennials is from, okay, let's say Gen Zs from. Millennials. This age bracket ndio wase wengi sana wana struggle na mental health, and not most of us, si wengi wetu tuna understand like what is going on, what am I dealing with. Now when it comes to relationships and you don't know if you are sane or you are struggling with mental health, I think that affects our relationships more. And I think that most young people should be made aware of that this thing is there, it's happening. It can I can be mentally ill, I can be depressed. So yeah. So now, back to the question. I don't know if I got you well. Some of the things we can do. Some of the let me speak for the men.
Wanaume hapo nje.
Ni watu wangapi washaenda therapy? Washaenda therapy? Sijaenda therapy. Yeah, so I think we need to encourage each other as young people to try and go for therapy, and yeah. Hizo zingine bado labda sasa mimi niambie.
Anasema therapy by the way. Yeah. Therapy unajua ni kitu yenye watu wawasi sana. It's just not talking to someone. You're talking to someone who does not know you. They won't judge you. They will tell you point blank, wewe ndio makosa. Reason hivi na hivi. But again, we will come back to that. Washare, what are some of those strategies?
I think first, from the first question, you have to equip yourself with the knowledge, the skills, and the tools so that you understand exactly what your partner is going through, or whatever relationship you're talking about. So, for example, in most African homes, you've seen situations where there's like a parent or a grandparent who falls ill, so they come stay with you and your parents or whatever. And when they stay with you, you have to take care of them. You have to check their diet. You have to make sure they're taking their drugs. You have to make sure they're going for walks or whatever. So you have your lifestyle will not revolve, but the things that are going to change around the home for you to accommodate this person until they're nursed into wellness or pale Mungu atawaita. So the same thing with mental health. If I come tell you or if you see me struggling, because sometimes me as a struggler, I might not be able to identify in myself that I'm going through something. Or,
That's true.
But if you see there's a change, and even if you don't, the problem is seeing it and ignoring it. But if you don't see it, no one's really gonna blame you. But if you see a change, and it's good to have mental health check-ins in your relationships, then equip yourself with the tools, with the skills, with the knowledge, so that you can support your partner, or could even be your parent or your sibling or just your friend. If I know my friend is going through depression or something like that, it's just as simple as saying, okay, are you seeing a therapist? No. Yes. Are you going to hospital? No. Yes. Maybe I can drive you today to the hospital.
That's true.
Maybe I can just come and just chill. Oh, you're feeling anxious, let's go for a walk. Things like that. And all this information is out there. As long as you have a smartphone, as long as you have internet, you can always find this information out there. And there's people you can always talk to. For example, CWC.
Yes. By the way, CWC offers a lot of help for our youth. So if you're having troubles with career, if you're having troubles with family, relationship, anything, guys, just reach us out on our YouTube, on our social media channels. I bet they'll be right here, like zitakuwa zimetokea hapa hivi ama whichever. Kilmani, what do you think about, what are some of those strategies that you can help your partner in dealing with their mental issues?
According to me, you have to educate yourself, listen actively. Like in a relationship, both two of you should educate each other on ways of overcoming all these things that we normally experience. And again, what can I say? I think, to my opinion, I think both the two, if you try them out, they can work.
Okay, sawa, umesema ku educate. Hii education unapata wapi? Washana alisema you have a smartphone. Tuseme mse pale yako na katululu, haizi access internet, but anahitaji your help. Utamsaidiaje? Umwambie kuna therapy, therapy ni hivi na hivi, So how are we going to educate these guys about mental issues? Gibi, nieleze kidogo. Washari, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I do know that there's outreach programs that deal with, especially now, mental health issues. CWC, there are many others, but I know they don't cover the most remote of places as much as they should, because if we still have people starving from food, people of course starving from mental health awareness. I think it's still a work in progress. Nothing is 100%, nothing is, but as long as we're working towards it, I just don't think we're working towards it fast enough. But now this is a time to call on all patrons for mental health awareness to go out there, spread the word, and not just town centers. Fine, there's a lot of depression and all that, because pressure lifestyle, but atauko mashinani, I think we need a lot of education on that, so that you don't, just because someone is depressed, they're crazy, or just because someone is anxious, and that there's a lot happening, a lot. And mental health surrounds a lot of things, not to mention domestic violence, not to mention femicide, not to mention so many things. So there's still a lot of work to be done. So I think maybe this is a call to action. Kwa serikali, to the community. Serikali,
just the other day, just what Washara said, a lot of these resources are found in the CBD. But when you go to shags, like Bundus, uko ndani, umse amemaliza form 4, life inaanza, amesema amekuja town center. He's not equipped, or she's not equipped to the mental health issues that are coming here. Culture shock. Bro, as in relationship, amepata dem super, alafu anamwacha, anona, so some of these things, we also have to go to the deep roots. Uko mashinani, we educate them. And CWC has done a program, and we are still doing a program that we go back to those guys. You see, us guys already know, we understand. Because I asked one person, and they were like, Mental health.
What is
Mental health. Mental health. It's so sad that they have to think and think and think about what mental health issue is. So it starts, like she said, we have to start as a community, because if we rely on, yes, the government, sawa tutangoja like 1, 2, 3 years, but mi nikianza kusema hey, mental health yako iko fiti, Mary uko sawa, uko poa, oh, mental health ni nini? So we need to educate people even through ourselves.
Actually, guys, sorry.
Yes.
I feel like, see how you go home to Shags over the holidays? Imagine don't just stay in the house. Go partner up with Vijanas in the market, or no, and just have a conversation. You're not lecturing them, just have a conversation with them. Hear them out so that you can gauge where they are, and then just throw a spanner in the works and leave them thinking. You never know, you could be saving someone's life.
True.
Yeah.
Now that you guys have answered that question about those strategies, my other question would be, how can we establish healthy boundaries while supporting each other's mental health needs? Mmesikia hiyo ama bado ni kama bado tuko kwa what is mental health? Unajua
Hajafika huko bado.
haijafika huko.
Tumekusikia, tumekuelewa.
How can we establish healthy boundaries while supporting each other's mental health? Okay. I have a friend who was telling me that she has a condition, and her condition is otherwise known as kifafa. And until the partner knew that akona kifafa, akasema, Zimi, I can't deal with this, you're too much for me. You know, already huyu mtu akona, okay, tuseme best yangu ni person X, alafu mtoke ni person Y, sindio? So person Y kikama kumwambia ati, I can't deal with this, it's too much. Already you're putting this person X in a position where they feel that they're not enough. Why? Because already akona hiyo kifafa. Makosa si yake. Sasa utamwacha. Well, ni sawa, bado anaja. But unajua kama hawezi kuhandle, usije tu kumwambia siwezi. You know, there's ways where you can actually lay out the truth. Ama naongea uongo. Ati wewe uko na bipolar, ati wewe kila saa sijui leo uko sawa, kesho yake sijui unatuna.
You need a lot of emotional intelligence dealing with such things.
Yes.
But I also feel like, guys, remember, and this is like tough love, and it's so painful to say, but it's the truth. No one's coming to save you. Yes, you need support. We all need support. We all have things we're going through. We all need support. We all need help. But no one's coming to save you. Just because, again, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Just because you're going through this thing or you have this condition doesn't mean that now that's like a way to pin down your partner. If someone genuinely tells you, I'm so sorry you're going through this, I'm so sorry you have to experience this, I'm so sorry this is what life has handed you, and I believe that you're able to deal with it accordingly, but I don't think I have capacity to be as supportive as you need me to be. Let them go. Honestly speaking. Because the worst thing that you can ever have is a partner or a friend who knows you're going through something, doesn't know how to help you.
Yeah, that's true.
But doesn't know how to relay that information. So they end up becoming resentful to you. It's double tragedy. So yes, boundaries have to be set, and never use your, like, it's okay. Let's say you go through an episode of something, like a phase in life that's really difficult. You lose a job, or you lose a close one, something like that. And then you try to use that experience to keep someone. I lost my job. I have no one. I have no one to cook for me. You try to use that experience to keep someone in your life. It's gonna end in tears.
That's true.
And so much resentment. You need to learn, and respecting boundaries is also very important. Just if I tell you no, I can't. If I tell you I don't hate you, I'm just telling you I just genuinely can't. As long as I'm supportive to the extent that I can be. But again, guys, no one is coming to save you. Hii maisha ni wewe na wewe tu. Those who support you can only support you till this fast.
Yes.
Yeah, till some extent. And my grandfather said, once you reach 30, you can no longer say, you know, I'm not from that kind of background. You're your own background
your
now.
own background.
So the story you make for yourself, how you behave and all that, it's you. You can't start saying, oh, you know, I don't think I'll ever make it in life because I'm not from a rich background. Please. Once you reach 30, it's up to you. Because there's people who've come from great backgrounds and ended up trash. No offense, right?
Yeah.
So same thing with this whole mental health thing. Honestly speaking, if you can identify it, seek help. If you need support, ask. If someone can only support you, kama unahitaji support ya 100,000, mimi nikupatie so, Meja kupatie 50, Gida kupatie 20, Kilimanya kupatie 10, Dafa kupatie 5.
Mbona mi 5? Bana,
Mimi nimejipatia so. Nini so relax.
Sasa ungeweza kama
Sasa basi
Pole.
15.
So tunaacha kama tani kuelewa vizuri. Like,
No, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. Let's say person A needs 100,000 for, like, I don't know, a surgery or to check into Chiromo or something like that. Yeah. Mimi kama Washera.
trying to get comfortable because it's getting hidden. I'm sorry.
Mimi kama Washera, I give you 100 bob. Miri gives you 50. Gidi gives you 20. Kilimani gives you 10. Dafo gives you 30. 30. Therefore gives you 30. Will you hate me because I've only given you 100 bob? You shouldn't.
No.
Because that's what I can give you at that particular time.
Okay.
Don't look at where I live, cars I drive, my
That's
lifestyle, so that you can start gauging. You don't know how I get that money? You have no idea. So that entitlement, this is how I can show you support. Now, Nazapata, Meja Tapatia 50 G's and she's never going to talk to you again. If I'll give you 100 bob, I'll come see you every single day. But you're going to appreciate her more because you've put our value according to what we can give in terms of money. But I've also taken my time. Kwani hiyo pesa natumia kukuja kukuona? Hiyo time natumia kuja kukuona? You get? So boundaries, if I can only give you this now, so I'm saying that metaphorically, yeah? If I can only give you this now, it's what I can do. Don't hate me because that's what I can do. If someone else can give you something else, that's what they can give you then. If there's someone who can't give you money, lakini anezenda akuchangishe, ifike hata kama ni 2,000 bob, imagine that's what they can do.
That's true.
And maybe I'm thinking I have kids, okay, not yet, but one day. They have kids. I'm thinking, oh, maybe one of my parents needs help with something. So this is what I can give you. That's what boundaries look like. You need to be able to respect that. You being on the receiving end. But even you who's been supportive, you can never pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
Have boundaries when you're helping people. Usije ukajinima, ukaachwa dry. People will use you and leave you.
That's true.
People will use you and leave
That's
you.
true.
Anyway, that's the end of my lecture.
I mean, it's very true when we have boundaries because there's something my older brother says is having those boundaries as we start a relationship. Leave siblings or whatever, even friends and loved ones. If you're so used to always saying yes, the day you don't have and you say no, it's like you're a doormat. It's like you're coming in, coming out, get out. Yeah. So I think when we start that relationship, just set those simple boundaries. Say, this is what I can do. This is what I'm able to do. This is what I will do. If I cannot do, don't question me. Don't make me feel like it's wrong. You know, Mary, what do you feel about that?
I think I support what you guys are saying, and that's very true. That we need to set boundaries and they need to be clear. You know, also the other problem is when you're in a relationship, you're not alone. You're two of you. So the boundaries that you set, you don't just wake up and say, this is happening, and this is happening. You have to set them early enough and ensure that either your partner, your parents, your siblings, they know about it. Don't just wake up and tell them, you know, this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. So let them be clear, set them early in the hiyo time hiyo relationship inaanza, so that wasishtukie tu umekuja. But I think boundaries are very good. They ensure that you don't overstretch yourself, you also take care of yourself, and I think when you have boundaries also, it takes care of your mental health to some extent.
Yeah.
Because you won't have to please people, you won't have to overcommit. It will just be you within your levels. So I support that. Boundaries and your mental health, they go hand in hand.
Kilimani, wewe uko na boundaries ama wewe ni mtoto ati babe nitumie tao mbili unamtumia tao mbili? Uko na boundaries, and do you communicate? How do you communicate about
Kuna fences.
Na kuna fences.
Actually, as you both guys have said, you have to have boundaries, and according to me, you have to be flexible. You understand, and in encouraging each other and understanding each other when times come for crisis, and understanding, like overcoming other circumstances that might come through. You understand? Yeah.
Unajua kwa boundaries by the kidogo ni kama watu fumble. You know when you're used to having everything right, and when it doesn't come right, then we start blaming the relationship. We start blaming our partner. And at that time, maybe I think also with boundaries it comes with communication, but not just good communication. It has to be very good communication. It has to be like, sina 50 bob, and the reason why I don't have 50 bob is because of this and this. You know, if you explain yourself, you don't have to overly explain yourself, but just tell your person, nivi na hivi. Sasa niye ku understand. But do we have such situations where relationships end because of one not having boundaries and not having good communications? Gideon, niambie.
So I'm not going to speak from a point of me knowing, but from a point of me
You
asking.
experiencing?
Me asking. Ama nitumie
Uko tu
start,
sawa, uko tu sawa.
But anyway, so I feel like healthy boundaries from my experience. Kidogo inapotea.
Okay,
But I feel like healthy boundaries in relationships, ile partner, si parents or whatever. It's good when they are set when you start the relationship, yes. But how sure are you? Okay, what happens then when one party does not meet your whatever?
Respect your boundaries.
Yeah. What happens? Unamwacha kwa matava, ilikuwa namuuliza?
No.
Ama what do you do?
No. Si ndio hiyo nasema kuna hiyo good communication. Unaambia mtu wangu sawa. In the start I used to earn 50k. Imeisha. Na huyu mtu amezoea like this is someone who can provide for us. If that is not able to continue, sit down with them and be like, okay, this is the situation. If they're not able to understand, then I don't think they were there for you in the first place. I don't know if I'm saying it true, but mtu ambaye unaexplainia kitu na haji kuelewa, basi si mtu ambaye alikuwa anataka kuwa na wewe mbali mwisho.
Nakupata?
Yes. Wanapata. Because if this is someone who wanted to do with you thick and thin, bro, they would. Hata mwende street mobile itakuwa ni hivyo. But if it's someone who ushamweka kwa your point of mi bei wangu 50k every week, 50k every week. So the less ikuwa kutakuwa na 50k every week. Will she be there? So that communication of saying, I might have this by now, I might have this right now, but if you're mbele, are you still gonna be with me? If this person really loves you and really wants to do this ish with you, they'll be like, whatever, twende kwa streets to be pamoja. I don't know what your take is, Osher.
So, of course, there will be situations where you and your partner step on each other's toes. Anyway, first of all, see, that's why you're in a relationship. This is the one person, this is supposed to be your number one piece and your number one headache. You know, this is supposed to be the one person you genuinely want to, I don't want to say, okay, not to kill, but like you know ule mtu mwenye anakusinya mpaka unasikia but ile siku yenye atakosa kukuannoy, ile siku atakosa kukusinya, unajiuliza if you're not annoying me, who are you annoying? So of course there's people who there's times when you're gonna step on each other's toes, and how you communicate that is very important. If I come and tell you, okay babe, I didn't like what you said that time when you were with Nini, I don't like, alafu Daphne is always saying, when you're in public with your partner says 1 + 1 is 11. No. Yes!
It is 11.
It's 11. Ukaenda pale nyumbani pale kwenye kitandani mali mnashare ndio
Yes.
You don't now start telling in front of people, oh, it's not 11, you want to say Malini. Guys, because your partner is a direct reflection of who you are.
Yes.
Right? So when I come and tell you, I don't like A, B, C, D, or I didn't like how you did this, I didn't appreciate what you said or what you did, or I'm not feeling your support right now because of 1, 2, 3 things. If I can open up to you like that and without tantrum, and your response is not warm, welcoming, and accommodating, out nature. No lie.
So you should know when to leave.
You should actually, yes. If it's first of all, your partner is your friend. If you came and told Dafo, I'm going through 1, 2, 3 things, and then Dafo gives you some comment that's just, and then you tell her, and then you tell her, maybe even not that day, because you also time and
time, place, energy.
Yeah, you come and tell her, hey, Dafo, remember that time I opened up to you about 1, 2, 3 things? And this is just your friend, Remember that time I opened up to you about 1, 2, 3 things? Your response wasn't as great as I expected, and I don't feel as accommodated, I didn't feel supported. If at that point, Daphne decides to be mean to you, you're
Stepping.
and you know you're the CEO of your life. You promote and demote accordingly. You don't even need to cut off someone off completely, and you'll go through seasons and stages with your friends and even your partner. Number one, your partner can't be everything. Just so you know, your partner can't be everything. There are things I'm going to tell Dafo, and I'm like, I can't tell my partner this right now. Let me give it some time, but I need a friend. And then eventually, it's not that you're hiding anything, but you also need to look at boundaries. What are they going through right now? What's the season in their life right now? And all that. Not that you need to have any secrets. However, if your boundaries have been crossed and you need to express that, and they get defensive, they're listening, they're hearing you to respond, they're not listening to understand you, start asking yourself questions. You can walk that journey with them, but they also need to want to walk that journey with you.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. No touch hata sio utatana kwa mata, wewe ndio utachwa kwa mata. Then you're left there saying, yeah, but then from experience, you're left there saying, Atiwa, Manze, I thought we were in this together. You alone. But
On to that question. I don't know if it's personal, but what are some of the boundaries that someone cross? I'll start. For me, I think no, when you say space.
No, it's a safe space, don't worry.
Kuna boundaries zenye nikiona mtu amecross naweza sema si lazima. They might be the most, ukimwona unasema huyu ndio nini, unajua supu, unajua kwa Kijaluo tunasema kado, yani unachuna ugali alafu yani ndio ile tamu kabisa. Lakini kuna boundaries ambayo akicross mimi, number one, if they're not God fearing, I want a partner who can.
That's a standard.
No, you understand? Unajua kwako
that's a standard. That's not a boundary.
I came to learn that this is not, you can be with someone and you asking them, babe, let's pray in the morning. They look at you like,
That's a standard. That's not a boundary.
but you see, no, it's not for everyone. You guys need to realize that it's not for everyone. So for me, if it's God fearing, someone means I'm gonna be babe, and yeah, let's just pray. We just say, dear God, amen. Me, that's okay. Number 2, me mtu ambaye ako rude to others. You can be rude to me, that's fine. But when you're rude to others, like even when you're doing customer service, umongeleshe, you know these things you guys are saying they're standard, but it's not to everyone. Not everyone sees kindness as okay, kindness yes, unaweza whatever. But imagine umeenda kwa nini, umeenda restaurant alafu unasema ti na madam anakaaje, like unanichukulia time and order vibaya. You see the way they're talking to someone with.
Can I correct you?
Yes.
The reason why I sneered when you said they can be rude to me is because you said in 2024 we're not talking negatively about
Yes,
us. So why would you allow your so-called partner be rude to you?
But not the rest.
Correction, please.
It is tough.
Exactly.
Please don't leave me the bad taste in
You
your
need to
mouth.
be, guys. You need to be kind to others because it goes a long way and it pays off. Just here, you can be kind to someone. 2 steps into, you know.
Not even because it pays off. Just be kind. It costs
No, I'm just
Let me tell you. You know how you. Let me tell you. You know how you show yourself.
Yeah.
You know how you show yourself
Me, I'm a kind
as a
person.
human being.
Me, I'm a kind person.
How you show yourself as a human being is how you treat others. So if you're over there being mean and rude to people, that just shows when you're chafa.
Anyways, those are some of my boundaries. Yeah, those are just like surface.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
What about personal boundaries?
This is personal boundaries. Yes, as an agenda personal. But no personal boundaries.
Why do you want to know?
No.
But you know, one thing I'll say for personal boundaries.
Kwa watu wengine.
Wengine hapa hivi. But no, a personal boundary for me would be, and I think because we're talking about mental health, is that if I'm going through a panic attack or an anxiety attack, don't look at it, don't turn it to be like it's about you. Oh, hata mimi nakuanga hivyo, so just do this. It's, I'm the one in the situation. Yeah? Just be like, okay, calm down. Because I feel like sometimes, yes, we're all going through a lot of things, yeah? But that day, I'm just feeling low. I'm just feeling down. Yes, you might be going through something, but a sorrowful heart. Uniambia, mi by the way unanibo. Ebu tuonge baadaye. You know, for me, I feel like, okay, you can come down and tell me, Enye babe, I'm also going through a bad day. Can we talk at the end of the day and just, you know, or you, whatever. So those are some of the boundaries. If you diminish or make me feel that my traumas are not valid, then for me, I think that it's I know it could be a little bit of, unajua anasema ati uni softy. So wanasemanga cancers are softies. I don't care. But you know what? We're still human beings. But I feel like we should feel everyone in the relationship, because it's two, like Mary said, mko wawili. Haiwezi kwa relationship kama uko moja unless it is you and God. Na bado hiyo ni watu wawili. So I feel like kuna kwanga na hiyo balance. There are days where you guys are like this, like that. So don't make me feel like my problems are less. Najua naweza kukosa pen na umekosa gari yako ni kubwa, but still mine is still big. So don't make me feel like that. Ama mnaonaje? Amaje huyu ana kwa zile za anyways. Add on that.
On what? Boundaries?
Yes, your boundaries.
Right.
Moment of silence.
Please don't ask me for money.
No. As your partner, or
But
as
you will ask for money.
Like your friend?
Well,
yeah, you see, those are the boundaries we need to talk about.
Now this is the thing. This is
Yeah,
the thing, yeah.
heated up.
No, this is the thing. The reason why, okay, I'll say that on like a light note, but then also, ask me for money with a plan to give it back. Okay? And when you can't give it back, because let me tell you, but there guys, people So I don't know why I had this, but people get divorced. We're not even talking about a TCG boyfriend, girlfriend. We're talking about married people, yeah? People get divorced not because of cheating. Any of you guys don't respect your bodies. Let me cheat on me out. Anyway.
What's cheating? Here you go. What's cheating?
People divorce because of money. It's not even because of cheating. Like people have stayed in relationships because of in marriages after being cheated on several times. But money, let me tell you, look at any typical African home. You all start together struggling. Money starts coming in. Man starts seeing, Kumbe, with more money, that means I'm more handsome. That means I can pull. I can actually pull my type. That's why women are told never help a man. Yeah, but okay. Of course, you have to be supportive for your partner. Lakini, don't build a man. You know what I mean by that? Listen.
So man can
let me. Listen.
Okay.
Listen, guys. Before
now I'm getting heated up.
I know whatever perspective you guys have, I get it. But what I mean by don't build a man is, and that is jingle najifanya knowing someone's experience over here.
Okay.
Listen.
Let's just say you're talking out of experience.
No,
not
not
advising
listen.
people.
From experience from others.
Yeah, from others.
No.
This is not first-hand experience.
Let's go umefanya survey.
Listen. So, this is what usually happens, right? You'll find, and I'm not saying all men. First of all, I love men as human beings, not you know what I mean, yeah. So I'm not a feminazi. I'm a feminist, like everyone should.
What?
I'm not a feminazi. A feminazi is someone who wants women to prosper at the expense of men. That's not what I want.
And a feminist?
A feminist is we just want equity. Because we can't be equal. We can't be equal. We just want equity.
And some are equal.
Anyway, now this is the problem with some men. But I'll also go to babes because there's also babes with this same problem.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not one-sided.
Yeah.
So a man will be like, I can never date a babe who's not from a good family. Good family, okay. Like she has some funds or whatever he thinks a good family is. Him himself knows where, like this. Him being with this babe is his getaway plan. It's his story from the block. You get? It's how he's finding financial freedom. So he's going to be with
This is the nigga married the babe.
This is the babe. He's going to be with
okay.
this babe because he knows he can get. And these guys are smart. They'll come with the business ideas. And because oh my god, he's such a smart guy. And I just want to support him. I think he's going to be such a great businessman or whatever. You support him, okay? Watch your siku mwanaume. Unless he actually loves you. And that's why like there's some who are genuine. Watch your siku mwanaume ata omoka hivi. He will go for his type and it's not you. Sayo umemzalia sijui how many babies. Have you guys seen how women's bodies change? Do you know when a woman gives birth, she gives birth to herself as well? Because that's a whole new body.
Do you know?
Do you know?
Question is, do you know?
You don't know.
I feel like
If you don't know, but so this babe has helped you. She's helped you come from the blog because she believed in you. She believed in your dream, and that's why I'm sorry to say you find. Sasa mwanaume akaanza kutembea kwingine. This woman now has like a sob story. She's bitter. You've had women killing their husbands because of you, something like that, yeah? Because it's very painful. I'm not justifying it, but like you can understand the pain that they go through. But also, the alternative is also true. Kuna wasichana, before you date them, you must tell them how much you're making and how much you'll be giving them from what you're making. The day she finds someone who's making more, adios to the next. I'm not saying it's only one gender, but it's two. And that's why a relationship is partnership.
Which side does that more?
I don't know. I don't
it's
care.
not about
It
who
does it more. It's just done. It's just done, period. And this is the thing. I'm not gonna lie. There are men who want girls like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And there are girls who want men like that. It's fine. Shida inakwanga when you manipulate someone into thinking that it's something genuine when it really isn't, and then you end up hurting them, and for alafu now they become like this bitter person who'll never love again and all that whatever. But this is the thing. This is why I keep saying you have to be very careful of the person you're with. Number one, you need to know your boundaries. And that's why I said, don't ask me for money. And I knew saying that is gonna spark, but by that I meant, because I will not come and ask you unless you're my husband. I'll come and tell you, there's this project I have. This is the plan. This is how I want us to go about it. Could you please invest in this? And this is how it's gonna help us.
Yeah.
Okay. If we're just dating, and I ask you, okay, see, please send this. Like, it's fine to be open and vulnerable like that with your person, but if I'm asking you for money, let it come with a payback plan. Isikuje ile siku tutakosana, utaniambia venye umenipatia sijui pesa inakaje. Na wacha niwaambie kitu. No, you don't even need, I'm talking about boyfriend girlfriend. I'm talking about like a prenup or anything like that. And let me tell you something. Girls, let me tell you something. Mwanaume, if you're very careful, mwanaume hatakupatia pesa ya kununua ploti unless that's your husband. Mwanaume atakupatia pesa ya sherehe na pesa ya vitu zenye mnaisha very quick fast. And you think that's someone who's building you. Why don't you pay for me financial literacy classes then instead? So nipatie, if we're going to go to a club and pop bottles on bottles and spend 6 figures, so nipatie hiyo pesa. Hata usinipatie, let's just go somewhere uko Juja farm tununue ploti maguta under my name kindly, because sasa nitenda nikunywe whatever I'm drinking in the club, the next morning I'm hungover, I can't even remember how many bottles I downed. For what reason?
Unanunulia mwanaume ploti?
No. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. If you're my man, and to go hivi pamoja hivi, there's nothing I won't do for you. And you're taking care of me, and you're not taking care of me is not because number one, so we both have our lives, we both have our careers, and that's why it's a partnership. That's what I believe relationships are, and that's why you're told most marriages work when you and your partner have projects together.
Yes.
Munaenda mnanunua ploti mahali, mnafanya wote, inamaliza mnasema very nice. It's very exciting. Let me tell you, you're my man, you're my husband. And that's the kind of life we're living. I'm not talking about boyfriend because I don't expect my boyfriend to buy me a car. I don't expect my boyfriend to buy me a piece of land. Because ile siku,
Pay your bills.
For
boyfriend.
I'm sorry, but why would he pay my bills?
Yeah.
When I'm not his wife?
There's a reason why I asked that.
Like it's fine. I know that people who expect
maybe
that.
we're drifting, huh?
No, we're not. I know that people who expect their partners to do that, but you see, no, that's the thing. There's a very thin line, and I'm sorry to say, and I might be sacrificed for this, and I know it sounds like I'm coming from privilege, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
There's a very thin line between having a supportive partner and prostitution. Because
That's silence.
Because let me tell you, unless a man is officially your partner, ile siku mwanaume atakuacha ama ile siku utaamua on to the next. Unajua tena kitangaza akisema maneno yote amekufanyia. Atenda kutangaza. To be very honest. And why do you want that on your name, on your label as a woman of great essence? Why do you want your success to be directly pointed towards a man? Yeah, proportion to a man. Let it be fine. Umenisaidia asante nishukuru, lakini si ati wewe umenijenga. You understand? But if it's your husband, it's a totally different story. Because in marriage, even the law says, I'm sorry I have to wear my hair cap right now, but even the law says matrimonial property. Whatever we got when we're together, hata kama unaenda kununua gari bila mimi kujua, hiyo gari ni you like it or not. But if you had it before we got married, that's something different. That's why whether you're married, but before you're married and you see someone buying you a car, na kuletea hapo logbook, ever go verify it. Logbooks zinatengenezwa River Road. Ile siku utazingia gari kwa highway, ndio utadraw ujui. Yeah? And there's nothing as uncomfortable as having to be dependent on men to help you survive. They can help you because men are providers. They can help you. But ukwe na yako yenye mpaka mtu anasema enyewe, in as much as she's gotten help, she did it on her own as well.
Wakili ameongea.
But back to your question, sorry, lastly,
we are still on boundaries.
to your but to your last to the question that you asked, sorry. My husband will be the most loved man in this life because I personally manifest. No, but let me tell you, because I believe if my man can, and it's not about just taking care of me in terms of material things. He's taking care of my mental health, taking care of me emotionally. He's praying for me and over me. That part. Hey, please, babe, for your 50th, I will get you a jet. Equally, because you love the money. We're making the money. I will get you a yacht. And because by the time he's getting me all those things, there's nothing I would ever desire that he hasn't already given. See, actually, you want a jet just so that you can get to your meetings quicker. Fine. Very fast, very quick. But it's not that I want. You see, if a girl buys you socks, you'll complain. Yet you're the same people who are going to wear socks that were told.
She's complaining.
Exactly. Yes. So I'll buy you socks, but I'll also buy you the most expensive cow for your family. It's not. There's no value, and therefore there's no value in the things. Ule mwenye anakuletea matumbo every evening is no better than that one who's taking you to a 7-star restaurant in Dubai. They're both showing their love for you in the best way that they can and the best way that they know how to at that moment. Leo tuko kwenye boda, kesho tuko kwa Range Rover. Na tukirudi kwa boda bado tutakuwa pamoja as long as tunajua tuko kimoja. The worst thing is usually when we are not together, when you think mko pamoja mwingine kumbe kuna. That's the worst bit. But if a girl loves you, hey, we're very stupid. But we'd rather be stupid for the right person. Yeah.
But nowadays, I think our girls are just stupid for anyone who just
Has money.
has money, or I don't know. But anyways, what's your take on the boundaries part? What are your boundaries? You.
Me.
Yes.
My boundaries concerning mental health or
Relationship. Yeah.
Okay, my first, what I can say my boundaries like based on what I want to achieve, and the things that we think to do together. There are some kind of things that we can't share. You understand? I can't tell you that I want to do this and this. Yeah. So I think, and also in a relationship, me personally, I normally look independent women who think for themselves. Understand?
Who think for themselves. We love it. And there's nothing wrong with being independent.
Any hardworking man in the visionary woman, not a little girl who likes to party.
Wait, come correct. No. You can be a visionary woman and still like to party, but you just like party with a plan.
Yes.
But
Have focus.
I want to tell you something.
Yeah.
In a relationship, the moment you realize that being over the emotion does nothing for you, you start using that potential and start getting your life together.
The moment you realize.
Can you get it? The moment you realize that being over the emotion does nothing for you.
Emotional does nothing for you.
You
Yes,
start using that
granted.
potential.
I get that, but you said that independent men.
Independent
men.
women who think for themselves.
Yes, but then you went ahead and said that successful men want visionary women and not
Any
girls
hardworking
who,
man.
any hardworking man
need
would
a
want a
visionary
visionary
woman.
woman
Yeah,
and not a girl that
definitely.
parties. Well, I'll tell you this. This generation has learned the art of balance. Okay? I can be a visionary woman and still party. I just need to know how to balance. Being a visionary woman is not just, please, we're in 2024. It's not just a woman who's sitting and says, as long as you money kila kitu iko sawa. The house is fine, everything is running well, the kids are okay. I want to go out and party with my girls. My businesses are still running. You need anything, you know how to get me. In actual fact, we're going to party together. So we can party, we can still have a good time because this life, even the Bible says, you must enjoy your life. This life is to be enjoyed.
What is enjoying?
You just no.
Not party.
No, actually, this. I'll get that verse. Let me get that verse. No, guys, I'll get to that. I'll get to that verse about
it's
even
there.
the drinking and all that. But of course, you have to answer to God, yeah. But this is the thing. Isikuwe unataka mwanamke ataka tu nyumbani anakuambia hapana, hapa tunafanya hivi, hapa tunafanya hivi all the time, utakuja kuboeka. Na utakuja kuboeka na utasema why?
No. They're okay. I want to like the women who can be that. Who unaweza kuja nyumbani aseme we need this, do that. Hajaenda kazi.
Yeah.
But kwa nyumba yeye ndio kusema na wewe utamsikiza. You want to tell me get bored with this person?
That's all she does. That's all she does, guys. Are you listening?
No, yeah. No, listen.
No.
Ngoja, Washara, yeye ndio calls za business zako zikikam anashika yeye ndo anazisort. She doesn't
That
have to
is
go.
fine. What I'm saying is, other than just being that, she has nothing else to her life.
But
she
they actually want that.
She actually doesn't have a life outside that. That's what I'm saying.
No, but there are men who want women to just take care of their children.
And that's okay. Even me, who will still have a life, I'll still take care of my kids. What I'm saying is, wewe Daphne nikuulize, unakaa tu nyumbani, you're running the home like any other woman would, yeah? But you actually don't have chama. Unajua mama chama anasema,
Wanangu ni chama yangu.
You see, guys, you see what I'm saying? Because you see chama people, you find out atasema, we plan a trip to Mombasa, even us to relax for like a week or two. Yeah? And that's fine. She still has a life outside all this. Wako hapo nasema bwanako ni chamako. Wacha nikwambie kitu Daphne. One man like this, that's one human being. He can't be everything. The same way you can't be everything to him. You can't. This is one human being. You need to have a life of your own as well. And I'm not saying be rowdy out there.
Okay.
I'm not saying be rowdy out there, number one. Number two, I'm not saying have friends who will draw you away from your marriage. What I'm saying is, they say distance makes the heart go further. Go for something like that.
For the year.
Whatever, guys. If you're constantly in your husband's face like this all the time with literally no life, that's what I mean.
No, but what do men want? If it's not just sex.
Every man, no.
If it's not just being cooked for. If it's not just being
every man has different needs.
But those are the basic needs a man wants.
Yes, but also
I don't think anyone here is married, but
No, but we've dated men.
But-
but that's true.
yeah.
But also, don't you want?
we're
Don't you
we're
want?
also dating to get married, yeah.
Yes, but don't you also want to be friends with your partner?
No, I don't want.
Let me
Yeah,
ask
just
you.
our friends nikimpikia nini. After that we go do stuff and then that's it. Yeah, and the job I come.
I think
do
there's this
repeat.
part. There's this part that that Kilimani said that Washera was answering to.
Yeah.
That you said empowered women
Yeah, empowered
who
women.
party,
Yeah.
not girls who party.
Not exactly.
Not little girl who like
So in short, there can be an empowered woman who also parties. Jumi siwezi taka kwa nyumba bana twendi sherehe na wewe.
So you know people are different.
That part. Yeah, people are different. But also, guys, let's leave partying out of this context.
but-
No, listen. Let's leave partying out of this context and say, so umetengeneza pesa vizuri na uko na partner wako nyumbani. Unataka kuniambia bibi yako akuja kuambia baby, see we can plan a trip hata twende Naivasha. Will you not feel nice? Akikwambia hivyo. That's it, mnaenda. That's not party. Akwambia nimeona tunaweza enda Naivasha, tunaweza enda ziplining, tunaweza enda fishing, tunaweza enda camping nini. Will you not feel nice?
Yeah, then after that you will. Then after that
exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, then after that you just give him what he wants, and that's
oh my God,
and
Daphne,
then you go back home.
It's Daphne.
You see the stomach from there.
Daphne, like those.
But anyway,
to be honest, yeah, that's unspoken. Like it's very obvious. But what I'm saying is, okay, I don't know much about sex, but I do believe if you're just having sex in one house, one room, all this for the rest of your life, where is the passion?
Exactly.
Where is the excitement?
You see this woman who stays at home. Yeah, shajua hapa ilibo last week. Kesho tutaenda pale. Next week tunaenda Mombasa. Si mwanaume ako na do. Si mimi kazi yangu ni kupanga.
You see, that's it. That's exactly what I'm telling. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now you're getting to my point finally. That's exactly what I'm saying. You just can't have a woman ako kwa nyumba. Kazi ni kupanga tu vitu za nyumba peke yake. She can't think like that. And that's where the problem is. Most people feel like just because you're a housewife and you just stay at home and you manage the house and that's it, you can't even plan and you can't even say, oh, ata stories are sherehe, you can't. And that you see, even when I was saying having a life of your own, how are you going to know these things if you don't have a group of your girlfriends sitting and talking and discussing? But you also have to know when you're talking, even here, even the people who are going to listen and watch this podcast, they need to know. Fine, I resonate with what Mary says. I resonate with what Kitty says. But what Rashara said, I don't think that applies.
But what Daphne
me.
said is true. Hey guys, we'll be right back. We just want to take a short break. Keep it locked. Msiende mali. Welcome guys back to the Wellness Podcast, and we've had a heated conversation about mental health and podcast, and we talked about mental health and relationships, and we discussed about boundaries, about what mental health issues are, and if you guys have any mental issues, tafadhali see CWC on our social media accounts here. Apa pap no ni mimi ndo nafanya pap na pap.
That's supposed to be here in the middle.
Anyways, guys, so last question is, how do we navigate conflicts or disagreements that arises due to mental health issues? Ama English kidogo amjielewa.
Imefika huko.
Oyo unajua says I can't translate. Backbenchers, muelewa? How do we navigate conflicts or disagreements that arise due to mental health issues? Mary, tuanze nawe.
Okay, so I think on my side, maybe what I can say is, for a conflict to happen, obvious, what are we? So you find that mostly people don't want to initiate dialogue because of pride. Tunasema ni kwa kwanza kuanza kuomba msamaha ama kutaka tuongee and all of that. So I think concerning relationships and mental health, if you can be the first party to initiate a dialogue, kindly do so, because there's no need ya mkae mkingoja mkisema nani ataanza time inaenda. But also it's two-way, because you can initiate and maybe the other person is not ready. So ensure that you're both on the same page so that you can start the dialogue. And I think also something else, maybe when it comes to conflicts and all of that, you find that mostly inatokanga wakati everyone wants to bring their own view, like point of view. So ensure that mnaelewana tu, understanding comes cut across everything. That before muende mfike kwa conflict huko, ensure kwanza mna understand. Mmoja asichukue mbele ya mwingine and all of that. Anyway, that's my thoughts.
Gideon, any different opinion?
I think I'm going to support her on the same. I feel like relationship haitaikuwa smooth throughout, like iko smooth throughout. So I feel like mediation is the best approach. Let's be understanding to our partners if we love them and if we want it to work out. Yeah.
Watu kuwa wamesoma kidogo, mimi wacha tu yangu ya kuja. Ngoja leo tutafika.
Kuna swali kitu amesema.
Yeah.
We should only be understanding if we love them and if we want it to work out.
If both of you,
We should always be understanding.
if that is the case, it's never the case.
We should always be understanding whether you love each other or not, whether you want it to work out or not. Because even if you agree to break up, it should be amicable. And you should both have that understanding.
If you love each other or not. Why in the relationship if you don't love each other?
But you're the one who said if you love each other. So why exactly why in a relationship if you don't love each other? I'm just using your words.
Hapo ndio sasa conflict tunaanza hapa conflict. How do we navigate it? Yeah, Kilmani, what do you see?
I think the both ideas are okay, but I think based on how to navigate, is it navigate?
Yes.
Just stay calm and empathetic, and also you should know how your partner's feelings and experiences. Then another point, you should take a break if necessary. You understand? Because maybe any one of you may think he or she is escalated or overwhelmed, and I think over that you can get a point for you to settle or get an assist for both of you to talk when it's necessary. Yeah, when both of you feel that you are composed. You understand? Yeah, I think that can work.
I think that's a very good point, and just thinking about it, we think about conflict at surface level, and we need to deal with it ikiwa naweza semaje. Ashera, what do you think?
I do agree with Imran's sentiments. But what I love most is what Kilimani said, empathy. You really need to be very, very kind and soft, even in the midst of conflict and argument. And let me tell you, a human being who can control their anger or knows themselves well enough to walk away when they're angry and say, I need a breather. Can we talk about this when we're both calm in like an hour? And that they remain very kind to you even then. Whether you're going to stay together, whether you're breaking up, someone who remains kind to you through and through, that's a proper human being. If you're mean and rude, and that's when you start, let me tell you, it's during the arguments and during the fights and during the breakup that you know how someone truly felt about you all along. Because there's only so much that a human being can hide. They can only pretend for so long.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah? So we really need to be very tempered and very patient. And can I ukisikia mtu amekuja ambaye yeye nasikia tu umenibo, but just nipatie tu like just use your words well. Because at the end of the day, this is your person. Unajua huyu ni mtu mwenye anakujua inside out. Sometimes even better than your own parents. That should be the last person that you ever meet or rude to. So yeah, I think his point stood out mostly for me. I agree with everyone else, mostly empathy is so important, and it saves you from adding on to the conflict, adding salt to injury. Because sometimes it's such a small thing, but now it's escalated into such a huge thing that could have been avoided if only people were tempered, if only people were kind to each other, empathetic to each other's feelings. And like I always say, save for those who believe in prayer, save for someone praying for you and praying over you, the greatest form of love is consideration. Yeye ni mtu tu hivi akati hivi na aseme, I want to do this, but if I do it, how will my baby feel? Let me talk to her about it. Not just doing it and then you didn't even think about you. So why are you in a relationship anyway? You know, if you can't be selfless, if you're just selfish constantly, then just get out of the relationship, get out of the marriage. It's a partnership. It's you the two of you become one. You know, it's no longer just you. It's the two of you.
From what I'm getting from all this is, I think you must learn and understand your partner. Because if I know, I'll always have weird examples. If I know if I'm coming home and my person hasn't cooked and she'll be angry or he'll be angry. Did you say angry? Natakuwa amejam, you know? Si wacha nifanye hivyo so that we just don't get to fight. Ataka nimechoka or I find a different way if it's ordering in. Ye bora amepata food. Because I'm very sure yake come home ni kupigana. So understanding and learning this person from the get-go, it also solves a lot. Because even how they deal with conflict helps. If this is someone who throws things, you know, at this point of the conflict, I shouldn't go beyond this. Because ikifika hiyo point, ni mavisu, machupa. So understanding and learning your person is very important.
And putting his pride aside.
Yeah, of course. And that thing of, okay, maybe I usually feel like when you're arguing and always acting like the victim all the time, it really, I don't know, it makes situations really, I don't know, yeah?
If someone ever tells you that from their past they've always been the victim, ask yourself, have you? Have you always been the victim? You know, because I feel like, and it's, I think most people don't realize it. It's such a tactic that manipulators use to get you to feel, especially as women, we're very nurturing and we're like, oh my God, you went through what? Oh my God, that wouldn't happen with us. Then you as a baby, you're there telling this guy who's trying to chat you up at you all the things that you've gone through. Please. Most of the time, he'll be like, oh, so you can handle that, you can take that. He'll take you to the basement of hell if you're not careful. I mean that those who are genuine, yeah? And they're like, I don't think you deserve any of that. I think, you know, you deserve better. And he'll give you better if he can give you better. Lakini wengine pia, unajua wanapendanga kuona, and that's not boundaries as well. Wanapenda kuona how low you can go so they drag you even lower. Because their standards and their capacity is not, you know, they think they can do better than those from your past, but really they can't. They just want to enjoy your presence, because your presence, even for the guys, you're the prize. Your presence alone is enough for you to get anything and everything that you want, right? And it's an honor for people to be in your life, for people to experience you as a person. So you'll find someone just wants you to entertain them because there's something that they see in you and they feel like that's what they need in their life right now, and they'll tell you all these sob stories. Let me tell you, trauma bonding in relationships is that's how most relationships are surviving today. Oh, you know, we've been through so much together. Oh, you know, he's been through so much, or I've been through so much, that's why we're together. But you actually don't have any genuine bond. Aside, you put away those experiences and that trauma, you don't have anything genuine between the two of you, which is so sad. And you'll find that and you'll find that in most cases, once I've healed from that trauma, because sometimes you heal through people, which is fine. Once I've healed through that trauma, I'm done with you. Now I'm going to go for the next big thing. Thank you, you've helped me. That's all I needed. On to the next thing. And it happens both ways. So you also need to, that thing that our aunties and moms told us, write a list of the qualities you want in your partner. Write it. Men, write it. It's not just a girl thing. Write what you're looking for in a partner. And I kid you not, anyone that comes into your life, you will not be 100% everything, but you need to have non-negotiables. You need to have things that you can be like, okay, I know here we can discuss and all that. Let them check all the boxes. But if there's one thing that you feel like you can't do it because they have it and you've tried to talk to them about it, or it's something that you just can't change, there's always better out there. But at the end of the day, remember, unless you really want to work through with someone, unless you really want to, and it's a two-person street, unless you really want to, it's not going to work out. So you can't just be dropping people because, today they did this, onto the next one, today they did that, onto the next one. That means you're just filling a gap from something else that there's something you're avoiding. You really need to be able to know this is what you want, and you have had these discussions with this person. You see, you're even saying, if you come on a journey into a violent, maybe that's a non-negotiable for me. I'm not going to be there. Maybe for someone else, they're like, okay, I've experienced this, I can deal with it, and I know how to help them if they want to be helped. Right? There's the if they want to be helped as well. But at the end of the day, Neri, it's really simple. Tunajua mtu wako anapenda vitu zikiwa hivi.
Just do it.
But hata yeye akijua unapenda vitu zikiwa hivi, it's fine. It's fine. And that's because you're two different human beings. If you really want to, you will.
Onto that, I really wanna I know some of our listeners and viewers would be like, what? But I feel like the roles in relationships, I don't know how to put it, but, and I don't want feminists to come for me or Gini, but I feel like a lot, okay, wazazi wetu relationships ziliwork because mwanamke alikuwa anafanya mambo ya wanawake. Yani akija nyumbani yeye anafanya, anapika, yosha vitu nini, mwanaume anaenda na fend. And I always say this, if a guy goes out there and works so hard akuja na 500, mimi kama mwanamke hiyo 500 I can change it into heaven. Naweza pika ugali, naweza pika nyama, nipike mboga, but he's worked out. But now we want to come to a place where mwanaume lazima aanze kupika. So I don't know if I'm saying it right. Because I feel like okay, naweza come home, I'm so baked. I'll be like, yo babe, manze, today I am so baked, yani. And you'll be, okay, fine. What other options are there? I can cook. If the guy will cook, wacha apike. If you can order in, wacha apike. But isije sasa tunabishana ati sasa mimi ndo naenda nafanya tunapishana nguvu. And I think that's what a lot of relationships out there are not working. And that's my own opinion. So please don't come for me like at you.
Let them come for you. Your opinion, stand on it.
I'm standing on it. And I feel like if we say that this is what the woman is supposed to do, wacheka. If this is what the man is supposed to do, wacheka. If you guys want to change the roles like this, it's fine. Lakini isije sasa ati we bana mia tuende upike. It's like we're competing, and that's how conflicts come, because sote tumekuja tumechoka. We have to eat, the children have to eat. Who's going to cook?
So what I'll say on that is,
ati no, me I cooked yesterday, or me I cooked the other day. If I just know my role is in the kitchen, hata kama nimechoka, I'll find a way how to do it. Yeah? If I have to employ a house manager, that's okay. But by the end of the day, if my husband and my children wamekula kama mwanamke, sini basi. Twende kwa bedroom, tuambiane good night vizuri, tuamke. We started a brand new day. And I don't know how that makes you guys feel. How that make you guys feel. Chanianze na Gideon.
I think for me, if our generation sahi is not as it was kitambo, but I feel like if things were going the way Dafoe is saying, it would be easier for both parties. Now I feel like for men, we should also be understanding to our wives. Si ati kila siku utakuwa nakuja hapo anapika. Yes, ni mpishi wako. You guys are partners. So if you are the provider, pia wewe. If you are the provider, yes, kuna ile time umetoka job, you provide for your family, pay school fees. Usikuwe lazy pia wewe kama mwanaume. So yeah.
I feel like Kimani has something to say.
You disagree?
I might not disagree with your opinion. I heard you saying like you both are partners, so there is a time you should cook. I think no, that's not necessary.
Understanding to your partner. Kuna ile time atakuja home hata yeye amebit.
I understand, but not okay. I agree with you. But I think maybe we are a partner here, so we can both cooperate and
but you still have your roles as a man.
Okay. I know that.
Wanaume siku hizi pia wamekuwa lazy sana pia. Hata tunafaa kwa flag. Lakini
you can be this lazy in different sectors.
Mary, what does the Bible say?
Concerning what?
Concerning, let's say, roles or relationships. Because I understand that you know the Bible. No, you have a better understanding than we do.
I know. Not that. Yeah, it's not proven. I think on my understanding and maybe a part of what I know from the Word of God is God made man and so that it was not complete. And that's the reason why now the helper came in. As a woman, your work is to be a helper to someone. And that's why we are saying you should not be competing. Just know your level. Yes. You see? Because if mwanaume pia angejiweza peke yake, Eve angekuwa in the picture. So, a lady was made there to be a helper and also a companion to this man. And that's what the Word of God says. So I think mambo ya kusema generations and all of that, me sometimes I don't agree with it. Because people want to hide in the fact that we are in a different generation. The truth will be the truth. And knowing the truth will set you free. Just accept the truth the way it is.
But what is the
and
truth?
Stick to your lane.
What is the truth?
The truth is what I've said. The Word of God says a woman should be a helper and a companion. But hii issue imekuja, it's like ladies want to overtake the men. Men, they don't want, I don't know what to listen. Me, I surely believe communication, I think, solves a lot in this life. Communication. And let it be effective. Not only communication. If I know today I'll come in late as a wife, and maybe my man ameshafika, I'll just communicate. Maybe today dinner will be late. Just understand that. Nikikuja, nitakuja ukijua, baby, nilikuwa nimeshajua hii story yote. But just assuming, like, lazima afike, lazima apike, kwa nini amechelewa, umechelewa wapi? So, to me, I think, let everyone stick to their lane.
Yes.
According to what the Word of God says, and don't hide in the generation thing.
But you agree our generations are compared to the previous generations, Kiplani, we are off.
It's because that's the mindset we have put in ourselves, and people don't want to accept this is facing us and we have to face it. People go into the relationships and let's say for example relationship, mtu tu anajua I'm not here for marriage. Na wako hapo watu wa kitambo, hata tukisema sijui generation and all of that, walijua kama tuko kwa relationship and tunaelekea kwa marriage, tuko kwa relationship tuelekea. Kuna sai watu wako, wengine wako sijui mtu wako hapo anataka tu kufeel good, anataka tu kuonekana ako na boyfriend, wengine ni financial support vile tumesema.
But don't you think you answered this question?
Oh, Gidi.
Yes.
No, me,
that
I
this
was
generation-
not trying to say that it's not true, but let's not add to the fact here generation.
But I think maybe
The same way people are using trauma to hide so much. Like ni trauma. Nilipata childhood trauma. Yes, traumas are there. But people are hiding into small issues. Just when you, I believe when you face something, inakuja past wewe. But when you keep on blaming it and not taking responsibility, it will keep on being the same.
The reason why I was saying we are growing in different times, Jota Sai, you can notice that there are so many children right now who are growing in marriages that are broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it won't be the same kama kitambo. Kitambo bana kama
Number one, not everyone is dating to marry, and you still have to accommodate them. If you listen, if you're dating to marry, better be with someone who's dating to marry. Okay, you've communicated that. Those who are not dating to marry, one may communicate to whoever they're with. Hopefully, the problem comes in when it's not communicated, right? And that's fine. That's their choice. Remember, marriage is not a reward. It's not the end goal. Okay? It's what, if you feel like you're called for marriage, great. Number two, I do agree with you when you said the woman is the helper of the man. And by helping men, just so you know, doesn't mean I have to cook for you every day. Helping means I help you run the house. So whether I'm late or not, as long as I've communicated, so there's food on the table. If I have been brought up, or what I believe is I have to serve my man, I may not have cooked the food because we have people around the house. You don't even know how the house is running, but you know you come in, there's always food. We wake up, there's breakfast, everything is clean, and I'm the one who's serving. Not those you don't even interact with them. I'm the one I'm helping. Okay.
What of those families that are not able to have this extra person to help around the house?
Then the woman and the man need to discuss how they are going to manage the house. It's been done and it will still be done. The problem comes in where nyote wawili mmetoka mmeenda kazini, nyote wawili mmerudi jioni. Yeah, you as a man will never appreciate the fact that this lady will not even come and sit. So utakuja utandaze miguu huko, ungoje uwekewe chai kwanza, utolewe socks na mmekuja pamoja. She's probably had a more hectic day than you have. She's in the kitchen cooking, there's the kids. Bado afanisha watoto homework, wewe umekatua hapo umejitandaza. You'll never appreciate the fact that she's helping around the house when you're not. You yourself can't help with your own children. Number two, you can't even, utakuja utupe socks pale, utupe sijui boxer pale, nani akuja kukote? Me, last I checked, you're not living with your mother. You clean up after yourself as a man because you're an adult. Bibi yako, you see where amekuza ameza watoto wako, she'll clean up after her kids. But even then, she'll still teach her kids how to clean up after themselves. Why can't you? Remember, this is your partner, not your maid. Okay? I'm not done. Then, so now, the helper bit, fine, because you see our audience might not be entirely Christian, and CWC is not Christian based, to be honest. Because remember, guys, most people don't go for therapy because they're like, unaenda therapy, counselor yako anakuambia just pray. No. Okay? But we're speaking because that's the perspective that a good number of us are from. But there's those who are not Christians, but still there are those values. There's some they're common. Different religions have different values, but there's some common values that we all have, and that is a wife should be taken care of, because he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. It's not just in Christianity. Ata wale they don't believe in God, or whatever. Even in African religion, yeah, a man with a wife does way better than a man without. But there are those who decide not to get married, and that's fine. You know yourself best, because if you know you can't make a good husband, why would you go and force yourself to be a husband to someone and then end up mistreating them? Which takes me now to the point of there are many kids in this time and age growing up in single parent, incomplete homes, single parent homes. I'd rather my child grow up with a single parent, me or the father, or both of us co-parenting, than growing up in a home that never gets peace. Just because you see your mom and dad, let me tell you, I grew up looking at people grow up with both parents in their homes, thinking, oh my God, they must be having the best time of their lives. It's only now that the same people, not all of them, a good number, can now speak and say, I actually wish that my mom had left my dad. I actually wish that my dad had walked away. Because my mom is toxic, my mom is abusive. We've never known peace in that house. And then they learn that, they know what that marriage is, they come and translate it into their life. The cycle will continue and never end. But you'll find a child in a single parent home. She knows both her parents, or he knows both her parents, but they're not together. There's co-parenting, of course, there are challenges here and there. Lakini anakuja kuona, aya, mimi kwa ndoa yangu singetaka hivi. So you correct, so I will do better. I'm not going to be perfect. I'll do better. I'm seeing my parents at some point we're not communicating. I will never want that to be a partner. I'll do better. So many kids who are born, who are brought up with both parents, either say, I'm never gonna get married because I didn't like what I saw, marriages, or I'm never gonna get married because I don't think I can get even half of what I saw my parents have together. And then there's those from single parents who say, I really want to get married because I believe what I missed, or that gap that was there, because there's always a gap whether you're co-parenting or not. I feel it in me, I want that. And there's those who say, you know what, being a single mom, being a single dad still works for me. My mom did it, my dad did it, I'll be fine. So it's what's best for you as a parent first, and also the child. To be honest.
I feel like it can happen both ways.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So every situation is unique.
Wow, guys, from what I see is in any kind of relationship, first you have to start with your own mental health. Your mental health has to be good. And I say that because some of these things we don't want to put them on our partners, on our loved ones, so that they have to deal with it. So I will always say this, CWC is here to help you. We offer a variety of counseling services. Zinakwanga tano. So guys, that was our podcast for today. It was good, right? It was good. I think I'll have this panel again because I feel like ni kama bado wanataka sijui episode 2, sijui kiango one, sijui I don't know what. So we'll have another episode on mental health issues with relationship, because I think that really covers a lot of what CWC does. We do a lot of relationship, positive parenting, stress management, training of trainees, and youth outreach and couple counseling. So guys, please reach out to CWC on our social media and we will reach back to you, because once you educate the youth, to go to sawa. Cindy, I hope you guys have had an amazing time. I hope you have had an amazing time. We're about to come with good content for you guys, so sit back, relax, and watch it and get entertained. Peace.